Good morning, everyone. My name is Emma Phillips, and I am the Director of Years 4 to 6. I add my welcome to you this morning, and I'm delighted to have the opportunity to tell you a little more about our vibrant, inclusive and values-driven K to 6 junior school at St Michael's. I've worked in many roles in my time at our great school, including classroom teacher, specialist teacher in additional learning needs, and as the head of digital literacy. I now work together with Mrs. Nicola Martis, our head of junior school, and the directors of kindergarten, Margaret Thomas House, Mrs. Alexandra Fegan, the director of prep to year 3, Mrs. Belinda Close, and the director of curriculum K to 6, Mr. Daniel Zito, who joins us today on the panel. Together, we manage and lead the incredibly dynamic, innovative and collaborative St Michael's Junior School team. We attend to the academic, social, physical, spiritual and emotional wellbeing of the children in the junior school. Together with our key learning area leaders, we ensure our programs remain relevant, dynamic and responsive and prepare our students for their now as well as their future. The aspirational leadership provided by Mrs. Terry Jones as head of the school supports us to deliver optimal learning experiences that are cohesive, relevant and transformational. It is essential as a K-12 school that our operations, structures and programs facilitate the smooth transitions across year levels and stages of schooling. Our aim is for our students to experience a cohesive 15-year learning journey as opposed to 3 siloed experiences between kindergarten, the primary years and senior years. We are a values-rich community at St Michael's. The pillars of dignity, respect, care and compassion drive our work and interactions every day. These principles are interwoven into the fabric of our culture, and we have an expectation that they are practiced by all stakeholders in our community. It is an integral part that makes our school such an inclusive, vibrant and safe place in which our children and staff may thrive. At St Michael's, we are aligned and committed K-12 to our school's vision, creative, inquiring minds learning from, with and for the world. This vision drives our recently launched K-12 strategic direction towards 2030 and our newly promulgated teaching, learning and caring framework. As part of this direction, we seek to build meaningful and authentic connections between our school and various community groups. One such example is our association with the Port Phillip Eco Centre at the St Kilda Botanic Gardens. Our Year 4 students walk to the gardens weekly across Term 1 to immerse themselves in the Tomorrow's Leaders for Sustainability program, through which our students investigate their local environments and participate in a design thinking project intended to make a tangible difference to our local area. Relationships sit at the core of all we do in the junior school, and developing strong home partnerships is key. While COVID-safe plans currently limit parent participation on campus, we continue to enable and value our homeschool partnerships through drop-offs and pick-up interactions at the school gates, online, social, learning and information events, including student-parent-teacher conversations. Remote learning lifted the lid on teaching, learning and caring here at St Michael's, enabling transparency and forging true symbiotic homeschool partnerships through shared adversity and the will to collectively do the very best we can for the children in our care. Our one-to-one iPad program was essential to our assisted remote learning program and continues to enhance and sustain differentiated learning access and individualised programs. Continuing to leverage the power of digital technology to connect with families, teachers post weekly updates for families in our learning management system, SCOL, curate and showcase each student's learning journey through the online portfolio program Seesaw, and provide formal feedback on each student's growth across all areas of learning through our online progressive and continuous reporting system, accessible through SCOL. Reggio Emilia is an educational philosophy and pedagogical approach from which we draw inspiration across our kindergarten through to Year 6 programs and learning environments. As many of you will already know, the Reggio Emilia approach was developed by pedagogista Loris Malaguzzi, along with parents in the villages around Reggio Emilia, Italy, post-World War II. It's a child-centred and constructivist self-guided curriculum that uses experiential learning in relationship-driven environments. The program is based on the principles of respect, responsibility, and community through exploration, discovery, and play. It deeply informs our practice, which sees children as capable, competent, and highly motivated, inquisitive learners. There is also strong alignment with our school values of Dr. CC, our school vision, and the tenets of Reggio Emilia. Our aim is for our children to transfer learning to real-life contexts, whether that be as simple as making a change in their own home or aspiring to and being enabled to change the world. Transitions matter at St Michael's, from being intentional and present as we cross thresholds between learning spaces and programs, to ensuring children are appropriately supported as they prepare for, enter, and move between quadrants. This includes our youngest learners in Margaret Thomas House as they start school for the first time, all the way through to the time when Mrs. Kate Kelly, Director of Years 7 to 9, and I combine wonder powers across the latter part of Year 6 to ensure gradual, comprehensive, and positive passage for our current students and a warm, inclusive welcome to our external enrolments into the wider world of the senior years. At St Michael's, we have a carefully constructed network of staff who are integral to support our child's academic, social, emotional, and spiritual wellbeing. The classroom teacher is the primary contact for all our families in K-6 and will quickly become experts in your child. Our learning services team support and complement the academic programs at each year level. If a child requires additional assistance, whether that is for a short time or for more specific learning needs, the classroom teacher and the learning services team work together to provide the targeted intervention required. We also provide a rich range of enrichment and extension opportunities for our more able students across various domains of learning. Our school psychologists and our chaplain, Father Mackay, help the team to support the social, emotional, spiritual, and religious aspects of our children's development. We have high expectations for and of our children, as we know they are often able to reach just beyond their stretch with the right support. Our practice, our pedagogy, supports learning in all areas. We focus on the explicit teaching of the fundamentals of literacy and numeracy to enable our learners to develop deep understandings across all disciplines. Engaging children to use their inquiring minds to research issues inspires them to think critically and creatively, to seek solutions and exercise their voice and agency. Our curated learning spaces are flexible and have been designed to be responsive and support the development of our youngest learners. Our positive learning program strengthens students' wellbeing, and Anam Kara, our religious education subject, helps children explore their spirituality. Through a transdisciplinary approach, where a relevant concept, issue, or problem is explored, we integrate multiple disciplines to enable our children to connect their new knowledge and create deeper understanding, and enable them, perhaps most importantly, to take action. Our rich specialist program is designed and facilitated by experts in their subjects who work with classroom teachers to forge meaningful links across learning domains. Through our holistic approach, we engage our children in experiences that require effort and empowers them as learners to thrive. And our way of wellbeing, informed by the research of Professor Martin Seligman, supports children to develop habits that promote their physical and psychological health. We aim to explicitly empower children to be self-regulating, confident, tenacious, curious, motivated, reflective, agile, and just. We believe this sets them up to be successful, lifelong learners and active and informed members of the community. I hope that's given you a little more insight into the junior years at St Michael's, and we welcome your questions during the Q&A session after we hear from Mr. Jared Houlihan, our Deputy Head. He's going to speak to you about the senior years. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Terry and Emma. My name is Jared Houlihan and I'm the Deputy Head of the school. I've actually been a member of the St Michael's staff for 22 years. And I've held leadership roles across teaching, learning and caring, and have a particular focus now on operations of the school and wellbeing. I'm pleased to tell you about this place that's so dear to me and so many others. I'm going to focus on curriculum, co-curricular opportunities and pastoral care within the senior school. Well, really at the heart of St. Michael's lies the belief that a school of quality and excellence provides a rich and comprehensive learning environment. And so that's to ensure that when students complete their time at St. Michael's, they're confident in the knowledge of who they are and what they're good at. And of course, imbued with the skills, values and attributes that will enable them to be contributing citizens in whatever communities they choose to live as adults. As mentioned before, relationships and relational learning are at the heart of our vision for our school. And that's a case where students feel safe and secure and can build a strong sense of belonging. So our learning environment provides opportunities for collaboration, communication, creativity, critical thinking, character and citizenship, those important 6 C's. Now, it's been widely acknowledged that our school was a pioneer of the application of network technology in education. In fact, it was one of the things that drew me to this place, along with the pastoral care and co-education. And then indeed, we're still groundbreaking in our vision for this benefit in students. In years 7 to 12, there's a dedicated laptop program where we coordinate student-owned notebooks via a help desk and student software kiosk in our fabulous Gibson Commons. And also there's additional high-end design and technology facilities such as a media room, robotics, drones and 3D printers. And they're a powerful resource adding versatility to the learning opportunities for students across a wide range of subjects. Myself, I teach science and art, and this nexus between creativity and technological knowledge is just the next cutting edge of I suppose, the place of work and of course, what we're doing in schools with learning. It's so exciting and engaging for students. An example of another application of technology is the social learning management platform we have called Skoll. It allows for anywhere, anytime, any device connectivity, where students can manage their learning needs and engage with their peers outside of class time. It really has been a boon for us in this period of remote learning. Skoll enables students to manage their individual calendars, timetables, homework, and classroom resources. In essence, we really believe in the importance of learner agency, and this technology supports that. The timely feedback that we give through the technology and personally emphasises formative assessment rather than just summative. So to accomplish this, an online assessment and reporting system that we have allows students and parents to log onto the school's intranet and receive progress updates via a student profile dashboard. The students can also take pulse surveys on their wellbeing and engagement with each of their subjects, and that's tracked by tutors and a new role we invented over the period of COVID called navigators, which is basically an academic coach and wellbeing coach with a holistic approach. But it also encompasses engagement with parents because of that important parent-student-teacher partnership. So this enables problems with academic progress and wellbeing issues to be acted on before they become entrenched. Actually, last year we won an Australian Educators Excellence Award for this work. Our approach to assessment also caters for students of varying levels of ability. We modify tasks and provide encouragement and extra resources for those students who are underperforming while genuinely challenging those students capable of extension and excellence. And we have complementary reporting models around this. And Michael's also received the award of highly commended national achievement in school improvement in the National Awards for Quality Schooling for our progressive model of assessment and reporting. And that was something quite groundbreaking in its day. We offer a diverse curriculum in the senior school, and it encompasses the traditional disciplines and explores the latest content and pedagogy. This encompasses a broad base of subjects, more extensive than schools of a similar size, and includes many traditional academic subjects, but also health and well-being subjects and creative possibilities in design, technology and the arts. And it's a really impressive design and technology and arts program, often resulting in students achieving placements in top arts programs because of their exceptional work by the time they progress through VCE. We also have Immersion Projects, as Terry mentioned, which help students to experience true engagement, what we call flow, in their work. And so, for example, we have the Great Barrier Reef program, one of our signature programs, and visual arts masterclasses with some of Australia's leading artists. We're very lucky to belong to such a creative hub in St Kilda. Our focus, therefore, is on encouraging students into and not out of subjects. And by that, I mean we're more interested in helping students from a young age determine what they enjoy and what they're good at, for their passions and their strengths. And this is very important for their well-being and identity formation, so they can align their strengths and passions with purpose. And that enables them to become contributing citizens. Our Learning Mentor program has small classes with a high focus on helping students consolidate the necessary insights and skills to judge their future pathways in VCE and their careers. And as Terry mentioned, that explains why our tertiary placements are consistently near 100%. Our VCE results are also a wonderful celebration of individual successes. But as a cohort, we had over 60% ranked in the top 20% of the state, which is an outstanding accomplishment for both the students and the teaching staff. And 28% of the students received a score of 90 or more in their ATAR, which places them in the top 10% of the state. And remember, this is from a non-selective entry school. The high level of results across the curriculum is a true reflection of the diversity and interests and abilities of St Michael's students and the support and resources we have available through our staff and school. Our outdoor education program is compulsory for all students, and it's invaluable in developing character. It emphasises personal growth through outdoor experiences, focusing on free stands, self, others, and the natural world. So by the end of year 11, students will have visited 12 different venues across Victoria. I've loved going on some of those myself because staff undertake those journeys with the students. Activities include rafting, surfing, canoeing, abseiling, mountain biking, alpine hiking. The highlight for many students is the Kosciuszko to Coast expedition, where year 11 students spend 21 days hiking and rafting from the highest peak in Australia to the mouth of the Victorian coastline. Now, these opportunities are something most adults haven't had, and it's a wonderful opportunity to work within our outdoor education program to have these life memories formed. St Michael's is a member of the Association of Co-Educational Schools, which I love. There's weekly sports matches being played against 5 other member schools. And so that means that the weekends are free for community sport and family. The weekly sport is compulsory for students in year 7 and 11 for the summer and also for the winter, which is terms 1 and 4 and 2 and 3 respectively, while those in year 12 have the options of playing in one or both of the sporting seasons. We acknowledge the difficulties with year 12 and the extra demands on them. Many of our sports are undertaken in leading professional facilities in the nearby Albert Park precinct, including the Lakeside Stadium and the Melbourne Sports and Aquatic Centre, and also Albert Park. And of course, with all that investment in sport and those facilities, we do very well. St Michael's has won the ACS swimming 7 years running, the ACS cross country 7 years in a row, and the ACS athletics 7 times in the last 12 years. And we've also participated for many years in the Victorian snow sports inter-school competition held annually at Mount Buller. Now, we have a wonderful reputation for performing arts, and we believe that creativity and self-expression are equally as important as academic performance. Our performing arts programs form an essential component of our holistic learning philosophy. The school has a long tradition of nurturing creativity and creating an ideal platform for self-expression. Across all year levels, our students enjoy multiple opportunities with regards to school productions. And many of our students participate in a performing arts program as a genuinely transformative experience, which goes back to that holistic notion of character development. Each St Michael's production provides students with the most professional performance atmosphere possible. You may have heard about our recent initiative of developing St George's Church into a performing arts venue. Many of our performances are also staged in renowned Melbourne venues, including the Melbourne Recital Centre, Deakin Edge at Federation Square and the National Theatre. And we work in close collaboration with notable directors, choreographers, set designers, and other industry professionals. We have a wonderful instrumental music program, which is just flourishing and was able to be sustained throughout remote learning. We have more than 350 students participating in lessons and the ensemble programs. This includes 24 dedicated tutors who are highly trained performers themselves with the likes of Opera Victoria and the Australian National Academy of Music. And we encourage all styles and levels of music, everything from Indian drums, electric guitar, rock bands. And we set precedents for the VCE music performance exams. There was even a former student performing ukulele in the Top Art VCE Premiers Award ceremony with a perfect score of 50 for the subject of music. The diversity of choice and opportunity for engagement extends to other areas, of course. We like to focus on belonging, and every student should find a niche for belonging and find common ground with other students. We run a weekly science club called Cosmos, a chess club, environmental defenders club, debating, public speaking, art club, equality club, philosophy club, so many choices. In fact, there was a wonderful fair that the students put on themselves last week with such excitement. Students signed up for the clubs this year, and we could just see the students want to get back to engaging with each other in real time. And this lies at the core of our emphasis on positive relationships and engagement as a foundation for wellbeing. Lastly, just to talk about our wellbeing, which is one of the critical platforms of St. Michael's and makes us a school of choice. We have a way of wellbeing that's invested in a framework called PERMA by Martin Seligman. It's an evidence-based framework that focuses on positive emotions, engagement, relationships, meaning, accomplishment, and health. And we facilitate that in the senior years through our house system. And we have 5 houses with 2 heads of house. Our system, I suppose, which runs, the house system runs through the school in 7 to 12, is vertical, but also we have a horizontal element in terms of quadrants. So if you think of a tapestry, you've got the warp and the weft. Well, the weft running horizontal, the quadrants, we have 7 to 9 and we have 10 to 12, led by directors who work with the heads of house, who in turn work with the tutors, and of course, the relevant student leaders associated with those quadrants. The good thing about those quadrants is that they're tied into a dedicated curriculum program, a personal wellbeing subject in 7 to 9, which is evidence-based Stanford University program called Wayfinder, which focuses on belonging. And then in 10 to 12, to complement that good work I talked about with regards to careers, we also have the Wayfinder program embedded across our learning mentor group and year 11 tutors, and culminating in year 12, focusing on purpose. So we have strengths in the junior school feeding into belonging in year 7 to 9, feeding into purpose in year 10 to 12, which I think complements that narrative really well about finding out what your strengths are, your passions are, your purpose, and then graduating as a contributing citizen with that strong sense of agency in the world. Behind the whole element of well-being, we have a restorative practices framework, which is really important to the teaching and learning and caring framework. A lot of schools have a teaching and learning framework. We have a holistic teaching, learning and caring framework. And we're very much invested in that, and it's been launched this year, but has been 2 years in the making. And part of that has been the input of student leadership. I talked about voice and agency. We have 62-member council of student representatives who work with the school prefects, and so that efficacious approach to leadership on the part of the students mean that we really hear what their needs are and are very responsive to those. So that sums up the senior school. It's a place I'm very proud to belong to. St. Michael's is a school I'm very proud to belong to, and I've given my professional life to it because I believe in its authenticity as a community, and also the power of what it's giving back to the community in graduating, as I said, contributing citizens, our future. So thank you so much.